In this video, we're looking at how to write a news story. No matter what information you write, the journalistic style is a winner. Journalistic stories grab reader attention with a headline that stops them in their tracks. There's no fluff in a news story. Just the facts, ma'am, as Dragnet Sergeant Joe Friday used to say. In a news story, you quickly discover those facts by asking these questions. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Now, you can write an interesting and informative story when you ask the simple questions and then, very importantly, listen to what people say. By the way, good journalism is identified by its objectivity. Just the facts. Let the readers make up their minds about those facts. Now, how do you structure the information you collect? Well, journalism has a unique pyramid style. But this isn't it. Actually, it's an inverted pyramid. At the top is the most important aspects of the story. Notice here that you start with a lead, a single sentence or two that seizes the attention of the reader. It's a hook. Then you do a mental sorting of the various facts, always keeping the most important ones nearer the top. Some information may not be important at all, but it might be nice to include. That always goes at the very bottom of the story. The way you lead, your first paragraph, is important to every story. You adjust the lead to the story. What kind of lead grabbed reader attention in this message in a bottle story? Well, it's called the story summary lead. Hard news, you see, at the front with an example from the couple's discovery. Then there's the quote lead. You see, the story starts with a direct quote, and there's some mystery in it as well. Then there's the description lead, which is a little less common. Scene setting like this is more common in feature articles rather than news stories, but it's used in news stories too. The key idea, your lead sets the tone for your news story. How do you write the rest of the story after the lead? When I started out as a young journalist, my editor told me to write tight and bright. What does that mean? Well, when you write tight, it means you eliminate the fluff. Short, declarative sentences for the most part, and a few complex or compound sentences thrown in to spice things up. Don't add anything that's not relevant. No fat, keep it lean. What does it mean to write bright? Well, it means to engage your reader, often on an emotional level. You write so they are compelled to keep reading. Read any well-written news story and you'll see most hit the subject hard and include relevant quotes from others. They keep the pace moving with 1 to 4 sentences to a paragraph. Good journalism offers the meat of the story and no side dishes. In summary, look for the real news in each story, not just the obvious. Ask the right questions: who, what, when, how, and why. Structure your story correctly. Use the inverted pyramid. You pick the most appropriate lead for the kind of news you're covering. And you tell the story in brief paragraphs made up of short, content-rich sentences.